Hi, I'm Ben Ortmanns. Welcome to my kitchen.
These are my little sous chefs. The one on the left is Kenta, this is Koji. You're gonna see a lot of them, I'm sure, probably in these videos.
So I want to preface this video by saying I am first not a chef, I am not a trained chef, I am not an amateur chef. I think I would have to put in a lot of work to be even considered an amateur cook at this point. I'm just a guy who watched a lot of Hell's Kitchen one day and got really interested in it. So here I am, and I like creativity. So today we're gonna start with a recipe from the guy who actually inspired me to start cooking in the first place, Gordon Ramsay. This is called Gordon's Carbonara in under 10 minutes. However, clearly this is going to take a lot more than 10 minutes because I'm gonna make my pasta from scratch. All right, first I'm gonna need an apron because I don't wanna get all my clothes dirty, so got one. I feel much better now. So if you've never made pasta before, it's actually quite simple. However much pasta you wanna make, you wanna go 1 cup flour to 1 egg. That's simply it. Just 1 cup there, 2 cup there. I know, aren't you saying, hey, why aren't you putting it in a bowl? It's actually much easier to do this way. I guess I should probably take this out of the bag because I'm a dumb. All right, next. A lot of people do this trick where they like to pat this down, do this whole thing, and then create a little circle in the middle to put the egg. So because we did 2 cups of flour, we're gonna go 2 eggs. So by the way, quick trick, you need to know how to crack an egg. Nice and flat on the surface, 1 time. Get her open. Look at me, I'm screwing it up already. Boom, 1 egg. Pop. 2 eggs. Now from here, oh hi Kenta. Kenta just wants to say hello. So from here, what you're gonna do is just gonna start mixing everything in here. Start mixing the flour in. Hey buddy, can you please get off? Good boy. Like I said, you're gonna see a lot of him, I'm sure. So we're gonna start mixing this all together. Obviously make sure you clean your counter first. Otherwise this is gonna be messy as hell. Eventually you'll be able to get in there with your hands and start mixing it all up. Now if it gets to be a bit too flaky, don't be afraid to throw another egg in there. It might just be too dry. That's mo better. So see, eventually it does start to take the shape. Look, it's finally starting to turn into pasta. Bam, 1 ball of pasta. This damn thing took so long, but hey, a little bit of water certainly helped. We ended up using 3 eggs, 2 cups of flour. So maybe I'm wrong. We're learning, right? All right, now as far as rolling out your pasta, I just went to Amazon and got a cheap pasta roller. It's like cheap, but hey, it works. All right, so once you've got your roller installed and you've got your potato essentially of pasta, a little pasta potato, we just gotta cut this up and then we just gotta roll it out. Now, do you know what knives I use to cut my stuff up with? Koji, could you stop that? Do you know what knives I use to cut my stuff up with? Hexclad. This is not an ad, but it could be. Pay attention, Hexclad. This could be your spot. So get your Hexclad knife. Grab your pasta. Just cut it into small pieces, just like so. Should be good. Now, for those of you who have the ability to get these Hexclad knives, clean them immediately. I can't tell. You know, they say a chef is only as good as the knives he uses. Gordon Ramsay. So first thing you're gonna do is just grab one of these, you're gonna just flatten it out. And then we'll gradually start going down in numbers. So once you get them all rolled out, you should have a bunch of stuff that looks like this. There's just all rolled out and flat. So now we got to get them into actual noodles. We're just gonna add this attachment into this. We're gonna go for the old fettuccine noodles. just like that, we've got fettuccine noodles. So we're gonna do that with all of the different pastas that we have, and then we're going to let it dry for about an hour before we get to work on the rest of the meal. Well, would you look at that? We got a bowl of fresh pasta. Now we wait. Pasta's almost finished drying out. It's looking really good. Now I'm just gonna butterfly some chicken breast because I'm gonna make a chicken carbonara and just add the chicken on top, and hopefully we'll plate it well. Hopefully. First thing we're gonna do, by the way, is we're gonna do one of these because I was taught this trick. Just dampen one of these, put her down, put that on there. It won't move nearly as much. That's fun. We're gonna get this chicken cleaned first, and then we're gonna butterfly it. For this, of course, we're gonna use our hex-clad knives, because that's what we use in this kitchen. Sponsor me, please. So because these are just store-bought, like right from the grocery store chicken breast, they're not the fattest chicken breast in the world, so you gotta be really careful when you butterfly these things, because there's not a lot of real estate to work with. So having a good knife, hex-clad, certainly helps. Again, when you're done with your knife, just wash them. Spend a lot of money on these things. Just wash them. Take good care of them. Dry them. Put them away right away. Clean when you cook. So obviously one important thing that you want to remember, make sure that you season your chicken breast as well. Once you've got them butterflied and whatnot, I like to use a little bit of garlic parmesan, Kinder's whiskey apple, and a little bit of Italian herbs. And we're gonna do that to all three breasts, and then we're going to marinate them in some lemon juice and some barbecue sauce while they wait. So now that I've got the chicken all seasoned, what I like to do, create my own little marinade. In a bowl, just grab some lemon juice, a method to my madness on this one. A little barbecue sauce, and just a little bit of honey. Now we're just gonna whisk that all together. Incredible. And now we're just gonna throw that in there. Basically sit for the next little bit while we begin the carbonara. So now that the chicken has been sitting for a little bit, we're gonna start to cook it now. And then as soon as the chicken's done, we're gonna start to boil the noodles and begin this whole process.
After watching an absurd amount of YouTube videos, the biggest lesson I've learned is that pan needs to be hot. You wanna hear a sizzle when the oil hits the pan. So now I'm just gonna cook these butterflied chicken breast on a medium heat, and I'm going to allow the breast to absorb the marinade that they cook in, so then that way they come out nice, tender, and soft.
So the chicken's gonna sit here in its own marinade. I just started the water boiling as well, and now it's time to get the carbonara made and essentially get the start of the show started.
Now it's time to chop and mince the garlic, the same way that I did when I chopped the mushrooms that you could see on the side there. Once we've got that all chopped up and minced up, we're going to add those to a new pan once the oil is nice and hot, and we're gonna mix that in with some bacon. Now, I can understand looking back at this that my knife skills are not where they need to be. I was about to say please don't judge me, but this is a cooking show. Please judge me. I'm trying to get better at this. Now we're gonna take 2 egg yolks and we're gonna mix in 1/3 cup of Parmesan cheese because I don't have the fancy Grana Padano, I believe that's how you pronounce it, cheese that's on the recipe. And then we're gonna add some creme fraiche and we're gonna mix that all together. Now we're gonna take the pasta, we're gonna add it to our mix that we started cooking before with the garlic, mushroom, and bacon. And I also added peas in there as well, like you're supposed to. Now I'm just mixing some pasta water, mixing that all together to get it nice and wet. Now once it's wet, I'm going to add my mixture that I just mixed in the side bowl. just like so. Get on in there. And now I mix all that together. And then you're gonna let it sit so that way it can absorb its flavor.
So now that I got the meal done, I guess the most important part is the plating. So I'm gonna try this trick that I saw Nick DiGiovanni do.
So I could probably use work on the plating. I really am working on it. But once you've got it plated, throw some fresh chopped parsley on there and bam! We've got a meal.
Moment of truth for me, hoping that all goes well. Again, Nick DiGiovanni says it's important to get a little bit of everything in one bite. I'm not mad at that. So, for me, personally, I don't mind the lemon juice, but I can certainly see where other people would note to self. However, for the first one, I'm very happy with this. Thanks, Gordon Ramsay, or Uncle Gordon as you're called. I'd like to think that this is a winner for the first time, especially making everything from scratch. So I thought it was good. Only way to do this and make it better is to just keep doing this, right? So that's the idea of these videos. That's the whole purpose of what I'm gonna be doing going forward. So if you have any ideas or if you have improvements that I can make, please leave them below. Also, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. YouTube.com/BigBenIsAngry, or hopefully I learn how to edit this. A couple of things I've learned. I need a cameraman. Marvin, where you at, bud? There's more. But anyway, I'll tell you about it in a future video. Thank you all very much for watching, and I will catch you on the next one.